our social media platforms on Facebook at Aloore Radio, Twitter and Instagram at Aloore Radio. You can also subscribe on our YouTube page on Aloore Radio. Make sure you click on the notification bell so you know when we are live. This is Aloore Radio, the voice of Oyo State. We bring you everything from breaking news.
President must know that this is a bad time for our nation. We must look for foreign support to save this nation.
World news, sport, music, and many more. To listen to our programs, follow us live on all our social media platforms on Facebook at Aloore Radio, Twitter and Instagram at Aloore Radio. You can also subscribe on our YouTube page on Aloore Radio. Make sure you click on the notification bell so you know when we are live. This is Aloore Radio, the voice of Oyo State.
Sing a song of joy when neighbor. Sing a song of love your neighbor. Sing a song of justice for peace around the world. Sing a song of hope for children. Sing a song of rejoicing spirit. Sing a song of prayer. You have a voice for this new song to sing. I've been told as I get
voice with this new song to sing. Yes, you do. So what are you waiting for? Sing that song of joy. Sing that song of glory. You have a voice with that new song to sing.
has lost its fire. Mom and dad are doing different things. I still believe we are all the same. Love can heal.
I still believe we are all the same. Love can heal the wound and hurt most any pains. Give your neighbor a hug today. Give your neighbor a kiss. I don't mean go all out, but appreciating your neighbor, appreciating yourself. If you can't appreciate your neighbor, you can't appreciate yourself. So if you appreciate yourself, appreciate your neighbor.
Sing a song of hope for children. Sing a song of rejoicing spirit.
Sing a song of hope for children. Sing a song of rejoicing spirit. We are in a new era. We are in a new dawn. Welcome to the new dawn. While I say good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, papas, mamas, brothers and sisters at home, wherever you may be at the present moment, we're back on that your program that you've been looking forward to, Aloore Radio. That's your station. Embrace it. Hold on to it. Be part of the story on the program Oju Inu Agba Oye.
Of your color or name, put your arm around the neighbor. Tune up that instrument to play.
Put your arm around the neighbor. Tune up that instrument to play. Life is wasting. Tune up your voice. The time is now for a new song to sing. It is on that note that I will say once again that you're welcome to the program Oju Inu Agba Oye on the radio, www.facebook.com/Aloore Radio, on YouTube, Aloore Radio, on your website, www.alooreradio.com, on mobile apps available on Play Store. The number to call here is 09039853731. I repeat, 09039853731. We are here at the Ministry of Information, Culture and Tourism at the Oyo State Secretariat, where our new governor, Omitutu 2.0, is making every effort to ensure that Oyo State citizens and by and large the citizens of this country have their fair share of democracy. Good afternoon, my dear sister.
Good afternoon, sir.
Wow, you look so radiant,
Thank you very much.
so bright.
Thank you, sir.
Wow, good to have you.
Thank you very much. I'm honored to be here. Thank you for the privilege.
Wow. This is Mrs. Lady Turner Moyet. The name Moyet is spelled as Moyet. You may be wondering, is that a Yoruba name? But you had Lady. Is that an English name? No, it's a French name. She's married to a French, handsome, cool, cerebral, oh my God, husband. Baba Murewa. Mama Murewa.
Sir,
Ekason.
ẹ káàsán, sir.
Ṣàlàáfíà ni.
A dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ Ọlọ́run.
Inú wa dùn láti rí yín o.
Inú mi dùn púpọ̀ láti wà pẹ̀lú yín níbí báyìí lọ́jọ́ òní.
Wow.
Ẹ ṣeun, sir.
You've been busy doing a lot of things,
Yes, sir.
right?
Absolutely.
What have you been doing?
Well, I've dabbled my hands in quite a few things. I teach art to children. I teach French as well. I worked as a translator in the past as well. Creative director for one or two projects. So yes,
Wow, you
quite a
are
few
busy.
things, yes,
But the one you did add to it, you are a mother too.
exactly. You mentioned the Aloore, so I felt everybody will know that. Yes,
Well,
I'm a mother, so.
It's better to hear the word from the horse's mouth.
Exactly.
Wow, that is so cool.
Thank you, sir.
So you've been doing all these things here in Ibadan or in Lagos or where?
All right, so my art journey started so many years ago, but I'm presently in Ibadan now, and I'm doing some art things with young children and young dynamic adults as well as with some less privileged members of our society, you know,
Wow.
as a give back to
To the society.
to the society,
To
exactly.
rejuvenate.
And to empower our youth in the employment sector.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yes.
You mean you are teaching things that can give youth opportunity to earn a living?
Exactly.
What exactly is that?
All right, so this year we have a project called Pneumart, right? Handled by the Pneuma City project. And this project is the one I'm handling is the art aspect, which is about the transformation of used tires into upcycled into finished product, into aesthetic art product, or into practical commodities where people can use in their homes, in their offices, in centers that are, you know, useful and practical. You can sit on it, you can serve as a dining table, whatever. Yeah, so that's what we're doing presently.
You're talking about used tires
Used
that
tires.
vehicles use,
Exactly.
bicycle.
Exactly. Name it. Anything that
Motorbike.
has to absolutely anything that has that is like goes around a wheel
Wow.
and is used has come to the end of its life. It's called end of life tires.
Okay.
Exactly. ELTs.
So you now pick it up
we pick them up and then we transform them
into furnitures.
into furnitures, into sofas, into poofs, into footrests, into planters, name it, mirrors as well, you know.
How
just
did you
name it.
come about that? How did you come about that?
Okay, so I, being an artist, I've been involved in quite a number of projects, but recently, or rather for this year, in partnership with the University of Kent
Oh, University of Kent in England.
in England.
Okay.
There's the Nomad project, which is the second phase presently, And so I'm handling the art aspect, where after having carried out their research from the production of tires to its usage by vehicle owners, and then the role vulcanizers play as regards tires in Nigeria, and how tires are being disposed of, upcycled, recycled. So they've carried out this research already, and it's like, oh, it's very interesting. In fact, we realize that Nigerians do not just dump the tires maybe into waterways or canals. They actually do some things, transform these things into practical things. And in fact, having carried out this research, they find that Nigerians are so dynamic, innovative, that tires can be used for any and everything.
Wow.
Okay, so we can talk about the jungle justice, your petrol matches and tire, and that's on the negative side. But on the positive side, or the creative side, you find that the tires are used as roadblocks. They can be used as stalls for market women as well. They can be used as a stop sign, like no parking, and so many things. And then obviously we have people who use these tires as well and turn them into furniture. If you're not buoyant and you're creative, then you can turn them into chairs, into sofas, even make a bed out of it.
Out of tires.
Out of tires,
wow.
Exactly. So instead of struggling to get planks or wood and then your furniture maker making that, you lay your tires and then you put your planks on it, and then
that's interesting.
Yes, your base. The for your generators as well, they serve as shock absorbers. Instead of the vibration penetrating into the soil or into your concrete slab, then
you can put it on top of tire.
Exactly. Then it absorbs the vibration.
Wow.
Also, we have the informal market. I will not necessarily call them informal. Skilled personnel, skilled people here in Ibadan as well, who transform these end-of-life tires into fan belts, into pulleys, into all sorts.
Some even make sandals out of it.
That's
been long.
Exactly. So for me, I feel that there's nothing new under the sun. We invent and
reinvent. We just need to call our attention to it.
Exactly.
Reinvent and renovate.
Exactly. If we remember, even till now, we find out that for those of us who grew up with maybe wells in our homes, your bucket, the bucket that you use for the well,
that's right. It could be made out of tube.
Exactly, out
tire
of tubes, tire tubes, and all that.
Yeah.
So,
wow.
Who would I say? Bikemen, Okada riders, they use this part of the stretch tires cut into strips to bind the goods onto their bikes, so that to prevent them falling off. Same goes for transporters as well. These are the tires that they use, whether the tube or tires stretched out, and then they used to bind goods and all that. So
that's
tire has a lot of purpose.
That is so. You say that tire that people just discard. Do tire, can they decay?
Well, I guess it will take centuries before a tire finally integrates back into nature. Yes.
But can that even happen at all?
I'm not sure anybody in our lifetime can witness that. So but
so
we know that it does not it's not degradable within a short time frame. Yes.
And if that happens, that is not something that is degradable. It means if it causes nuisance.
Obviously, a lot of nuisance
to our environment.
Exactly.
So what you're doing basically is saving the environment by reusing, by recycling,
exactly,
by upcycling.
Exactly. Absolutely.
Oh wow.
So that's what we do.
Wow.
Yep.
So do you, apart from University of Kent, do you also get support from other places doing this?
No, presently we're not getting support from other places, but we have within Nigeria, we have the support of Tunde Odunlade Art Gallery, for ideas, and then bring in other collaborators on board to help us achieve this purpose.
Who have you been working with? You know?
Okay, so for this project, we've worked with Prince Studio Aloore. We're working with the National Museum of Unity, because the first phase of the project that we did, the workshop, which is called Pnomat Workshop, we did it at the National Museum of Unity.
Okay.
Yeah,
Here
in Ibadan, and we had about 20-30 people that we
That you
trained. Exactly.
It kind of train the trainers.
Exactly, train the trainers.
Okay.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay. Who else do you have in the project? You know, maybe like resource personnel. You know, who and who did you work with in that project?
Okay, so on this project, which is the Pnomat, the larger board, the Pnoma City, we're also working with the University of Lagos. The project is actually based in Lagos. I brought the project, or encouraged to have doing a lot of quote unquote lobbying, to have it brought to Ibadan, because we realized that a lot of things, funding or projects from abroad, they come into Nigeria, and mostly they land in Lagos or in Ibadan. Sorry, in Abuja. Rather,
yes,
exactly.
Yes.
So I felt it was important to bring such projects to Ibadan, so that people can benefit.
Yes.
Exactly, can benefit.
Wow. Thank you. That's very kind of you to have thought about us here in Ibadan.
Thank you, sir.
That is so good. So do you have anything new on your plate?
Okay, so the second phase of the project is coming up, which is we have 3 workshops this year. Two occurring in Ibadan. The first one we already did in March, 31st of March. The second one, we're going to have it on the 31st of June, 2023. And the third phase is going to be in September, October. We haven't fixed the date. In Lagos.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So what will you be doing in those places, where, like the one in June, the one in September? What exactly are you expect? Is members of the public welcome to this?
Yes, members of the public are very much welcome to
how does one reach out to you or to whoever, or where does one go if one wants to be part of it, and what exactly should we expect to see happen?
Okay, so for this second phase, which is Pnomat Workshop 2.
By the way, you keep saying Pnomat. Can you spell it?
Okay, it's
Is this an acronym?
No. Pneumat, depending on the pronunciation, whether American, Canadian, English, or French. Different people from different places pronounce in different ways. Exactly. I say Pneumat, and some other people is Pneumat. Exactly.
Well, how is it spelled?
Pneumart. That's a name that I coined, because it's like tire and art. Or art made out of tire, so I coined it Pneumat. However, pneumatic or pneumatic means tire, rubber tire. Exactly. So that's where the pneumatic from where.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So exactly what are we expecting to see during this
All right. So
upcoming?
Yes, for the second phase workshop, it's titled Tire and Textiles. So it's also an experimentation session, because as we had done before in the first one, we just upcycled the tires into furniture, into planters and stuff like that. But this time around, I'm looking to experiment tire and textile. How do we combine tire and textile together?
Or wearable textile, or
yes, wearable textile that is it's something that can be transformed, like we have Ankara prints, batik prints and all that. Can we do something with the designs on tires and put on textile as well, that can serve as maybe a canvas, an artwork?
I know there's a lady making wearable fabric out of pure water sachets.
Okay.
That's Jokel Assisi.
Yes.
I know she makes that. So how is this your own idea of tire made into fabric? How is that going to?
All right. So, I would not want to go into details of exactly what we're going to do.
So that you don't preempt.
Exactly.
So
whoever is interested can come on board.
Okay.
But what I'm looking to do is the finished product of this art workshop. will be made into tote bags, can be made into furniture cover, even to cover the tire itself as well. Can be an art piece on the wall. I'm open to ideas. Like I said, it's an experimenting workshop. Exactly. So we're going to experiment. I don't want to be the one coming to teach people. I want everybody to be able to bring their ideas in as well, and chip in ideas. The more we are, the merrier it is, and then the yes. So absolutely. That's
We'll be right back, and when we come back, you're going to tell us more about yourself as an artist. What kind of art do you do, and where have you done exhibition? If you've done any, are you planning on doing an exhibition soon? So we'll be right back.
All right. Thanks.
We're on the program Oju Inu Agba Oye, and you can meet us on www.facebook.com/Aloore Radio, and on YouTube Aloore Radio, on website www.aloreradio.com. Your mobile apps, go to your Play Store and then link up with us. Then you can also call us on 09039853731. Again, 09039853731. We are right here in the corner of the Federal Ministry of Information, Culture and Tourism at the Oyo State Secretariat here in Ibadan. Thank you very much for staying tuned with us while I go back to our guest now. So, tell me, what kind of art do you do? How did you train as an artist to become an artist?
I think my story is quite eclectic. In the sense that I've always been interested in art, but like everybody knows, you have an interest in something and then your parents want you to be something else. So I think over the years art became relegated to the background, and I focused on my education, like going to the university. I graduated from the Faculty of Arts, Department of Classical Studies, University of Ibadan. Yes, classics. Wow. Yeah. So but in between, while art was relegated to the background, I was still doing my art thing, and at least that reflected in my life, in my personal life, not as a profession or as a study, as a course and all that. And then afterwards, life happened. I still kept doing art one way or the other, with beads, with ashoke. I had some workshops or exhibitions while I lived in Cotonou with a particular community that I belonged to there, and then and I was able to sell these things. I would buy ashoke and batik and sell there. Work on it, transform it a bit, make them into throw pillows and stuff, and sell to people over there. So that was one phase. Then coming back to Nigeria, we had I lived in University of Ibadan, and then I dabbled once more into into art, where we had some logs of wood, and then I had a sculptor come sculpt them. And from sculpting them into art pieces, I made lamps out of it.
Like a wood carving?
Wood carving. Oh, yeah. I don't know how to carve wood. It's a very energetic, intense
work. Women who carve.
Yes.
Yeah, I do see women who carve.
Yes, well, I'm not a wood carver, but I had somebody, so that way you can call me a conceptual artist. So, I conceived some ideas, commissioned the man, he made them into artworks, and then I built metal lamps over those art pieces. And I did that for some time. I designed a payot. A payot is like a shed, a hut.
Yes.
And then the pillars were carved as well.
Yes.
The seats as well. The seats are made into drum, so that art, but it was sort of personal. It's still like my own thing, not to showcase out to the world there. So I kept on doing this for some time, for years, and then eventually I was like, why don't I sort of teach these things to young children? So I established a business called Young Artist Art Hub.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Young
exact-
artists
at home.
home.
Exactly.
Okay.
And then we started to teach children art, and then go to fund day school programs and
Okay.
different things. We organized for private people, for bachelor parties, spinster nights, stuff like that. Commission some artworks and all. That was fantastic. But me coming back to Ibadan now,
Okay.
the story is quite long, so I'll just
Yeah,
cut
just
it short.
paraphrase it.
Exactly. So me coming back to Ibadan, I also trained as an artist in England as well.
Okay.
I did art and design. Yes.
That's interesting.
So after having realized that, it seemed like this was the way I really wanted to go in life, I had the opportunity to go back to school and then study art and design.
Okay.
Yes.
Which school was this in England?
Leeds City College.
Wow.
Yeah.
In
Art and
England?
design. Yes.
Wow.
In
In London? or-
Leeds.
Leeds. Okay,
Yes.
Leeds. Yes.
Yes, in Leeds. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So I did that as well, and then came back. So basically, my art, I don't sell. I've been giving out my art to people. I have quite a collection.
You haven't given me.
Yeah, but so
Your
yeah.
listeners at home would like to have some.
I guess I'll give you an artwork. But yes, so for a while
Wow.
now I've been thinking of having an exhibition, but I'm yet
Okay.
to bring myself around.
Yeah, I
to,
think you
know,
should. I think you should.
bring that into.
I've seen some of your works, and I remember you did some children art training
Yes,
in
sir.
the gallery.
Yes, sir.
Last summer.
Yes, last summer.
Are you
Exactly.
planning on doing that this summer again?
Yes, we're planning on doing something this summer.
Okay.
And we're looking for sponsorship because we want to make it a camp, children's camp,
Oh.
where they're going to be there for like 2-3 weeks, and then we're going to have a combination of art, craft, learning skills, different
Skill.
kind of skills and
Okay.
all that.
Okay.
Art is at the core of everything we do, so
Yes,
they can bring
whether,
out
whether we like it or not.
whether we like it or not, for the houses we live in, the architecture, our clothing, the food that we eat
So,
too.
if you are going to do it, what ages of children are you looking at?
I'm looking to bring children from between the ages of 6 to 16 years old.
Oh, 6 years to 16 years old.
Yes.
Are you intending on bringing them together and camp them for X number of days or weeks?
For 2 weeks, because it's going to be our pilot trial here in Ibadan, so we're looking to do that.
Okay.
And if it's a success, then we can have a rerun of it. I think the holiday is about a month or 2 months. Then we
Yes.
can,
yeah, I think it's a
to
great way
limit.
to keep
Yes.
the children busy while on holiday.
Exactly.
So they are engaged gainfully.
Gainfully, absolutely.
That's good. So you are a mother. How do you combine motherhood with all these things?
Well, I'll say it takes the grace of God.
Okay.
And like they say, women are super women. I don't know, but
Do you guys agree with that?
but yeah. So I guess the beautiful thing about Africa is that you're never alone, right? So for that, I'm grateful that in as much as I can do a lot of things, I also have support of
Okay.
a lot of people, friends, family.
Family.
Yes.
So,
Yeah. So
wow.
and my husband, obviously.
Oh wow. You want to talk about your husband? What do you like to say about him?
Just that
What
I
does he
thank
do?
him. Okay.
Is he happy with what you're doing, or he rather have you do something different?
Well, first and foremost, my husband is a researcher. We met in Nigeria over 2 decades ago,
Okay.
and I'm thankful because it's very important to have somebody who supports your dream and your passion.
Yes.
And I can say that my husband supports me, encourages me absolutely in all that I do.
That's
you know,
great.
so yeah,
That's great.
that's it.
So what does he research on?
He's an anthropologist, ethnologist, sociologist. Yeah, so
I know your family, you live here in Ibadan.
yes, we reside
So
in
you're
Ibadan.
bringing all this glory to us in Ibadan.
To the glory of God.
Amen. Wow, it's so nice to have you.
Thank you so much.
There is a museum here in Ibadan, the Waste Museum.
Yes, sir.
Do you in any way work with that museum?
Yes, so on this project, we're collaborating with the museum, with the Waste Museum. So for the first workshop that we had, we invited 2 people
Okay.
because, truth be told, I'm not a specialist of waste. I'm an artist.
Okay.
Mrs. Jumoke Aloore is
Olowokere,
a
yes,
specialist
I
in
know her.
upcycling waste and turning waste into wealth. you know.
Okay.
So once I knew about this project, she was the person I had in mind.
Okay.
I was like, oh, I know one or two people who do transformative art, you know, exactly. So brought her on board the project, and then for the workshop I invited her to come and be the one to come and
Conduct.
yes, to teach the people.
teach
So she
the
was one of the facilitators. The other person we brought on board was Mr. Kola Akintola, exactly,
fantastic
who's
artist,
also
yes.
a renowned artist in
Wow.
Ibadan here. So these
Wow.
were the two people I brought on board.
So are they going to be in the subsequent workshops you are holding, or things are beginning to go a different way now?
Okay, so when I planned, because I did the planning of this aspect of the workshop, right?
Okay.
In fact, I'm in charge, so I'm like the brain behind it. My purpose is to bring as many artists on board as possible.
Okay, as possible.
Yeah. So Mr. Kola Kitola has done his work. I will still keep collaborating with him in future for other projects, quite alright. But
Okay.
based on this workshop, we're done with Mr. Kintola
Oh, okay.
and Mrs. Ujumoke Olowokiri.
Okay.
So for the next phase, like I said, we want to bring in specialists of textiles.
Textiles,
Exactly,
yes.
so-
And that's not their own.
No, it's
area.
not their own
I
field.
understand,
Exactly.
I understand.
Yeah.
Wow, that is so
That's
cool.
it.
Well, we could go on and on and on, and never get tired.
Yes, indeed.
What I can hear you saying, and with so much vibrancy on your face, wow.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much for coming to Ibadan.
Thank you
very
so
much for thinking Ibadan. You want to talk about tourism in Ibadan?
I think tourism is a gold mine, an enormous gold mine. It cannot be exhausted. It's like some people say fossil fuel will come to an end. I don't believe that, and I think tourism is like the same. It is infinite. It cannot. You cannot
It's
exhaust
inexhaustible.
Exactly, it's inexhaustible, and unfortunately, Nigeria is not a tourism destination.
Oh, what do you mean? With all those tourist sites that we have all over?
Yes, but we need to develop them. We need to put them out there into the world so that people know the beauty of these places and benefit. How many Nigerians go visit these places? Even within, let's say within Ibadan, there are about, or your state, there are about 126 tourist sites.
Are
How
you kidding
many
me?
have
Within or your state?
within or your state that are accounted for? Not to not talk of the ones that are not even accounted for or noted already. How many people go to tourist sites?
Well, I guess maybe they think there is nothing in it, or you think there's something in there that they don't know that they are missing.
I guess so. For different factors, maybe finances, time. Just because you're used to those things, then you don't appreciate it. And I think that's one of the things that is affecting us as Nigerians or as Africans in general. We're in the land of milk and honey, so we take everything for granted. As far as I'm concerned, I see it that way. So,
are there places you've taken your family to in Ibadan?
well, not only to Ibadan, I've taken my children to Atamora. There's a place called Atamora there.
In Osun State. Yes, I know that place.
I've taken them
Ibukun?
to
Mr. Ibukun.
exactly. I've taken them to Erinjesha
Wow.
as well.
Wow.
We visited Bowers Tower.
Okay.
I visited New Culture Studio.
Okay.
Culture Center.
Yes.
Odua House, the
Okay,
museum
the
there.
There's a museum
Exactly,
there. Yes,
National
Heritage
Museum
I
of
think.
Unity
Wow.
as well.
Wow.
I would love to visit more places. I've heard about Eleyele Lake. Exactly. I'd love to visit the place. I'd love to visit Ado Iwaye.
So
I
what
visited
were you
Mapo Hall and a few
expecting
other
at those
places.
sites that you did not see?
It's
What?
some of those places are lack of maintenance. Some are
Okay.
becoming dilapidated, moribund and stuff like that.
So who are you going to call on? Who are you going to call upon to say, come to our aid? We need to develop all these storage sites, please, please, please.
I think there needs to be a PP partnership, and then that it falls more on the private partnership running it, and then maybe remitting to
the
government.
Yes.
But if it's the government that is going to be in charge, so far we all know that it's not, unfortunately, that has not really worked in favor of neither the government nor the citizens or the state itself.
Wow.
So,
Mrs. Moyet, thank you very, very much for coming on this program.
thank you, sir.
I really appreciate You have something you want to
Yes,
tell me?
of course.
Okay.
I wanted to say that when we first came to Ibadan, the first places, one of the first places that we visited, which is paramount for anybody, is the Tunde Odunlade Art Gallery. My mind was like blown, absolutely. So I was very happy. We're like family there now. We go there as often as possible and all that.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
You know you're still welcome to the place. The door is
Definitely.
widely open.
Thank you, sir.
Anytime, please feel free to come around.
Thank you, sir.
Wow, ladies and gentlemen, it's been wonderful having this conversation with Mrs. Laide Turner Moyet,
Thank you, sir.
a mother, an artist, a facilitator, a benefactor. I mean, really, thank you very much for coming.
I'm so grateful.
Hope
Thank you,
you
sir.
will be able to answer us whenever we call you.
Definitely. With all pleasure.
Okay.
With all pleasure.
And we look forward to all the workshops that you have in plan.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so very much.
You're welcome.
Okay.
Great.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. God bless.
Bye. It's been another wonderful afternoon with you. You just heard us spoke about the development of art and the importance of art in our society. How she has taken it upon herself to look at wastes. We have all these wastes all around us. What do we do with them? These are things that cannot decay on their own. They are indegradable materials. But for you to keep watching them and throwing them around and littering the environment, it doesn't work well. Listen to her now. She has gotten into making tangible things out of would have been thrown away stuff. So, it's yours to discover. We will let you know when the time for the workshop will be. And from what I could see, it doesn't look like they are asking you to come and pay for the workshop. University of Kent has paid for it just to benefit the citizens of Nigeria, particular reference to Ibadan and the environment. Thank you very much. We're on the program Oju Inu Agba Oye on Aloore Radio. On the next segment, we're going to have these young chaps here, Adedayo Asha, and then Goke Animasham, who will be coming on board to tell us about what is the importance of art. You keep hearing art, performing art, visual art, architectural art, literary art. What is the essence of all this? What role do they play in a society like ours, crying for development every day? So, these young chaps will come on board and then tell us where we actually need to be part of. Thank you very much. I'll be right back.
Ẹ jẹ́ ká múra o ará mi. Ẹ jẹ́ ká múra o ará o. Ẹ jẹ́ ká múra o ará mi. Ará o, ẹ jẹ́ ká múra o ará mi.
Good afternoon once again, ladies and gentlemen. Wherever you may be, you're welcome to this segment of the program Oju Inu Agba Oye, where we talk about art and what's the essence of art to our community. Once again, we are on to Aloore Radio, and you can join us on this beautiful program on www.aloreradio.com and also on YouTube, Aloore Radio. And if you want to make inquiries or place your advert, you can contact us on 090-3985-3731. So today on this segment we'll be talking about performing art. Asha, you would remember last week we talked about visual art, what visual art entails, and the types of visual art, forms of visual arts we have. So today we want to go to performing art, and a lot of people don't really know the difference between performing art or performance art. People tend to meddle later, but in just simple term, what would you put together as performing arts?
Okay. Good afternoon once again. My name is Asha Adedayo, and if you remember last week we talked about visual art and the branches of art, talking about art, the visual part and the non-visual part.
Yeah.
All right. So when we talk about visual art has to do with from the word implies visual, what you can see. Now, other visual arts we classify, we mentioned drawing, painting, sculptures, and the rest. Now, when we are talking about non-visual art, has to do with what we can't actually feel, but it passes a message. Just like music, we can listen to music. Just like music, drama, and dance.
Yes,
So now, when we now talk about visual art now has to do with the performance, just the word performance that pass a message that is a form of art that has
like
to do with
creative expression.
Yeah, creative expression that has to do with expressing of human feelings through music, through drama, and through dance.
Okay, so if you would say it in a simple form, you say performing art deals with dance, drama,
music. Yeah.
Okay, so in these aspects, what essence does dance, drama, and music? What is the essence? What is the role it partakes in social change? Art is not just about aesthetic,
Yeah.
or it's not just about you acquiring art or buying art pieces. Okay, art itself, how does it help us as humans? How does it impact our society? So I would like you to shed more light on that as you tell us what dance is, what music. Because I know as a professional, dance is not just about moving your body or shaking your body. I know there are some other details you want to share with us. So what is dance, music, drama? What is it?
All right. Let's start with music.
Okay.
There was a time I was taking a music class and I was trying to ask a question. I said, "What do you understand by music?"
Okay.
One thing I want us to understand is music has to do with sound,
Yes, definitely.
and there are bad sounds and there are good sounds.
Oh,
Yeah, bad sound they call it noise.
okay.
Now, music has to do with coming together of different instruments, plus including voice.
Okay.
Now, I cannot now say a good music. Let's talk about good music now. A good music has to do with a coordinated noise. This is the way I used to put it.
Coordinated noise.
Coordinated noise.
Okay.
I wish I could give an instance on this studio. When you're eating a table
Okay.
and it's not well coordinated, the term is at what?
Noise.
Noise. But the moment you have your reading, there is harmony and the rest. It becomes what? A coordinated good music. So music has to do with coming together of. It's possible that there are a lot of drummer, keyboardists, sax, and rest, and if it's not well coordinated, it's noise. So good music has to do with coming together of all these instruments to produce a well coordinated music that will pass a message to the society.
Okay.
Now, talking about dance, dance has to do with a systematic way of moving the body, a rhythmic way of body movement,
So it
of
has to
moving
do
the
with
body.
reading. There
Yeah.
must be reading.
Yes, reading. These are elements of art. It's everywhere. Balance. Principles of art: balance, reading, repetition, it involves, whether in drawing, whether in music, whether in dance, is still part of it when you talk about principles of art. So even in dance, there is rhythm, there is repetition, there is harmony, there is balance. So dance has to do with a systematic way of moving the body to achieve something or to pass a message. Then when we talk about drama, drama can be divided, let's just put it as a way of acting, of representing thought. It can be scripted or non-scripted, of passing a message
So just
through
like the
acting.
stage plays.
Yeah, stage play,
Okay.
be acting and anything.
Okay, so this you've aforementioned dance, drama, and music in Nigeria today or in our society today. What is the socio-economic impact, or what is the social impact it has on the citizens at large? Or what's the what apart from enjoying good music or probably seeing a good movie, what is the essence per se to our society?
I think the first one I would like us to discuss together has to do with raising social awareness.
Okay.
Yes, raising social awareness.
So how do we go about raising this awareness?
Okay, there is a song, when we're coming, we listen to the song together. Iluleo Osowolode
That by Victor Olaya.
Olaya. These are songs that I call it prophetic songs. They don't even know situations like that. Things that were better then. They don't even know situations like that will happen. But they've produced this music a long way before, so that
Over 20 years.
Yes, so that it will correct, to be able to, it will order our steps, not to make those mistakes. It will order our steps, it will correct, and it's actually a song to tell us to, how will I put it now, to prepare, not to for what is coming, and unfortunately we ignore.
Okay, so are you saying the likes of King Sunny
Ade, Fela, Nikulapo Kuti,
Roberto Gunde, Bega Deboye and the likes, they have been passing messages to the society,
Yes.
and probably one way or the other we don't even know, or probably we're ignoring it. So are you saying that one of the social impact music has is to tell us what is to come, or to give us a glimpse of what to expect in the future? So when it comes to drama, okay, apart from going to drama, apart from raising awareness, or apart from it as a means of just like you said, it's prophetic songs. Okay, what other essence does it have?
I can say music, drama, and dance is inspiring.
Inspiring.
It's
Okay.
inspiring. It's inspiring. There are so many movies we watch that we want you to, that they are true life stories. They are true life movies.
Documentaries.
They are documentaries and the rest, that when you watch, those movies will want you to be better. And
like a wake up call.
like a wake up call. And at Tunde Odunlade gallery 2 weeks ago, we screened a movie titled Aloore, if you remember.
You're speaking about the political era in Nigeria.
So
back in
it's
the
inspiring.
90s.
Most of us were not even conversant with situation then and the rest, but watching those movies, it inspires us that wow, we can't still continue. The same message they keep passing over 20 years is still what is happening. So it's inspiring. We want us to do more. We want us to change the situation of things around and be better. I feel drama works
So,
that way.
what message would you pass? Okay, now, artists all over the country, be you a drama artist, music artist, or probably a visual artist, whatever you do as an artist, what do you think is necessary for us to do in this time? Napoleon said something. He said, when we have a new case, we cannot do a new case with an old method. You have to use a new method to tackle a new case. So what's your wake up call for artists nationwide at this present moment, in this era this country is going on? What can we do? What can art do to impact the society at large, to pass a message across to the citizens?
I think, okay, as an artist, let me use my own personal self as an illustration. As an artist, I always say, before you can even push out your hearts out there, maybe your paintings, your music, it must actually pass a message to you first. There must be a good motive. They say art generally has to do with expression of human thought. There must be a good motive before you release that music out, before you release that movie production.
But sorry to cut you short. You find that nowadays movies or music nowadays is just for the beauty, or let's say for music's sake, for drama's sake, for let me say okay, for profit's sake. Let me just release a hit jam. People will dance, jump up. Let me release a movie. People will just watch, enjoy themselves. Like, you know, that's what is going on these days. So you saying it has to pass a message, but I don't think the message is well passed to me, or probably I don't see that message really being passed. So what do you think? I think it's now come to an era whereby everyone involved in the art industry needs to pass a message with their art for nation building. You know, just like the chief creator and the founder of Studio Oduladé Art and Culture Connections, most of his artworks are, you know, talking about the society, talking about the things going on in the country, just like some of his work, Jungle Justice, Aroba Philo Bankpa, and to talk of a few. You know, I think it's time whereby artists look past the aesthetic purpose of creating art or the profit side. Okay, let me just sell art so I can make money. So I am the best selling artist. As I think it is, don't you think it is high time artists use their art to pass a message to people, to use their art as a nation building? You know, just like you say, art is a creative economy. I hope you know art is a creative economy. So it has gone beyond aesthetic purpose. It has gone beyond the purpose of, okay, let me just do art for art's sake, or let me do art for to make money. So what do you say to that? What's your say on that?
It's a good one, but personally, I want everybody to understand this aspect of art. I always say this: there is no bad art. There is no bad art, and if we only think messages should be passed through art, through the lyrics,
Yes,
alone, I think we can miss that. Because even the beat alone, people listening to music, it helps during recreation. It makes people happy. Only beats.
Yes.
So I think the only we should not limit ourselves to only the lyrics. Fine, lyrics has a long impact, has a long thing when it comes to music. Very play important role in music.
Yes.
But I want you to understand that music itself or drama itself, even costume, that when we're talking about there's this Champions League that just happened now. This guy, what's his name? Burna Boy.
Okay.
Now we can say most of his songs are not well lyric, passing out morals and the rest, but he's representing.
Yes.
He's representing and he's raising the flag of the nation high. So I think when it comes to that, we should not limit the music drama to only the lyrics.
Okay.
We should also be concerned about the impact they are making and the reference they are giving to the country.
Okay, thank you very much. Listeners at home, you've heard it all from Asha Adedayo. The forms of performing arts, like the non-visual arts we have. And this is a wake-up call to all artists nationwide. Whenever you want to do your art, let it be an art that passes the message of hope, the message of we as a nation, the message that brings out the richness in our culture. And let us do art to help others, not for personal reasons or for selfish reasons. And thank you for listening and joining us on today's program. Next week we will be talking about performance art. You know, I told you earlier there is a difference between performing art
and performance art.
So you watch out and stay glued to www.alooreradio.com next week, same time, and we are here for you as always. You can reach us on 090-3985-3731. And if you are in Ibadan, you've not visited the Art and Culture Connections I bet you're missing out. Find a way down to number 2 Laduke Akitola at Rebodija, and you would be wild. Thank you for joining us.
Sherry?
Sing a song of joy when neighbor. Sing a song of love your neighbor. Sing a song of justice for peace.
We bring you everything from breaking news,
President must know that this is a bad time for our nation. We must look for foreign support to save this nation.
world news, sport, music,
Bella just want me with you like I said.
and many more. To listen to our programs, follow us live on all our social media platforms, on Facebook at Aloore Radio,